Hello, Power fans, I'm Mathonical, and you are joining me for a series on a list I'm calling Priest Reanimator. But before we get into the list I've been working on, we're first going to quickly cover where it came from, and that all the inspiration comes from Kung Fu Trees. He piloted an excellent list this past Sunday, which he called like Mardu Priest. Here it's called Infinite Priest. It's pretty awesome, based around High Priest, and it tries to go infinite with that. The one thing though, when I was looking at this list, I noticed he had the Unearths and that he had a bit of like a reanimation package because he does plan on using the Imp to dredge away some things. And if he dredges away a High Priest, you can always like Unearth it to get the combo going. And I was thinking to myself, what if that Unearth was like, an Exhume or something? And then if you think that way, with these Tormenting Voices and the Faithless Lootings, you can kind of see the older red-black Reanimator lists. They were pretty unreliable back then, but what if you took that list and you combined it with the High Priest list? Well, the answer to that question is you get Priest Reanimator. I've essentially done exactly what I said. We've got the High Priest, we've got the Ulamog's Crusher, we have Exhumes, and we're going to explain how all of this comes together right now. The Infinite combo, for those of you who don't know, we have the High Priest, and whenever you target it, you get something that costs 2 or less back from your graveyard. We're going to be targeting it with Crown of Flames. This is a very important card because if you pay 1 red mana, you get to return it to your hand, and you get to keep doing it over and over again. So all we need to do is have some creatures that allow us to generate mana every single time we go through the loop, and we do. We have the Skirk Prospector. This allows us to sack a goblin to get a mana, and we've got the Mogg War Marshal, which when it comes into play, it generates a token. When it dies, it generates a token. So in essence, this is 3 goblins. And you can see where we're going with this. You target the Crown of Flames to bring back a Mogg War Marshal. You sacrifice the Mogg War Marshal and one of its tokens, you get 2 mana, and you have 1 token left over, which you can then leave around to go for infinite tokens, or you can sack them for infinite mana, and that is the basis of the combo. So how do you win after you've done that? Well, I've put in 2 Insolent Neonates. This is a way of cycling your hand, so to speak, because you get to keep bringing this back, sacking it to discard a card, draw a new card, and doing it as many times as you need to go through your deck, 1 card at a time. And once you've done that enough, you're going to be able to find your 1-of Fanatical Firebrand. And this is how we win the game on the spot. Since it has haste and it's able to do 1 damage to any target, we can do the damage to their opponent's face, but that's going to be really slow and tedious. I don't recommend doing that. Instead, we're going to be trying to just ping away a few of their creatures and attacking for a really big... essentially, you're going to be bouncing the Crown of Flames, and you're going to put it on the Firebrand, pump it up to lethal, and swing in all at once. Alright, so now that we've gone through the combo and how we're going to win, we're going to look at the cards that facilitate it. We're going to start off with the Faithless Looting. This is a great way of just digging through your deck. You want to find combo pieces, and we're building our deck that we don't mind throwing away different parts of it. Same with Tormenting Voice, a quick way of digging through, and we're going to be using the discard. That discard is going to come into effect because we're going to have Stinkweed Imp, which if we have the Crown of Flames in our hand and some Reanimation or a Priest, we can just be dredging the Stinkweed Imp to just try and get the rest of the combo pieces in our graveyard as quick as possible. It's a very quick way, and in essence, once you've got part of the combo in your hand, this is just a draw 5, just going straight into your bin. Unearth and Exhume is extra priests. That is the best part of it. It's great, fantastic, allows you to get the priest back from your graveyard, but since that combo is really slow, we want to have a second way of winning the game, one that's a lot quicker. So we've got the Ulamog's Crusher. This is the old red-black Reanimator plan. We've got a bunch of ways of discarding it, and then we can just Exhume it back as early as turn 2, likely by turn 3, because we've got a lot of tap lands. If we do win once going through the whole combo, it can take as many as like anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. So we do need to have the fast backup plan to win on the spot. And then the last 1-of in this list is this Lonely Lava Dart. Kung Fu Trees had 2 because this does allow you to combo off a lot quicker and out of nowhere. But since we're not focused so heavily on the combo, we still have the full combo, but we do have the backup Crusher plan. We can play a bit more of a mid-range strategy and just kind of overload our opponent with threats, and at some point when they're out of action or out of ways of interacting, we just kind of win on the spot with the High Priest. So we're down to 1 Lava Dart. It does 1 damage to any target and flashback Sack Mountain, so it's free when you're casting it from your graveyard. It's possible we want to switch that for something else, but that's something that we'll have to do a bit more testing to find out. And it's possible we don't want 2 Neonates. Possibly we want to Bodyguard, because that would allow us to protect some things, you know. So there's some things that we could work on in this list. Mana base is, well, A lot of tap lands, it's a little slow, but we need to do that because 3 colors in Pauper is pretty difficult to pull off. And you don't have to play snow covered, of course. I'm just playing a ton of snow covered because why not? I've just been feeling like it. Mixed match, just to make sure to tilt your opponent as much as possible. That way when you get the Nutter Butter draw and you just like turn 2 and Ulamog's Crusher into play, you get to have like those mixed lands. It's just great stuff. Anyway, over to the sideboard. How we're going to play against the faster aggro decks? Well, of course, we're going to gain life and make some blockers. This is also really great because if we're against like a burn deck and we start comboing off, if we're low on time, this still gains us infinite life when we're using the Crown of Flames. It's pretty awesome that way. And of course, 1 Prismatic Strands, it's just a great card, one of my favorites. The Gurmag Anglers are here as part of our backup plan when we need to go really fast. If we win one of the games by going for the full combo and we're down to like 4 or 5 minutes left, we really need to have a fast backup plan because we're not going to be winning through the combo in the next game. So Crusher plus Angler is our way to try and just punk out a game if we need to. Snuff Out is a way of dealing with some creature combo decks, you know, the Inside Outs, the Zit Blitz, that sort of thing. Martyr of Ashes, kind of just, you know, your classic board sweeper to get rid of all of those really annoying swarm-style strategies. And Pyroblast to stop people from saying no to us, because we would like to do our combo. Allow us. And there you have it. That is our Priest Reanimator list. I hope you enjoy it, and please stick around for all of the matches. I have a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you'll enjoy watching them. I will see you there.